to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. I'm Derek, the thought engineer, here with my man, comedian John Yogi.
What it do?
About to get into some realness for y'all. Before we get into it, go ahead, hit that button, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you do all that before we get started.
Yes.
So let me remind everybody, it's Man Talk Mondays. It's an open forum. We give you the rational realities of relationships. Now get this now, the rational realities of relationships. But we're doing it from a man's perspective. And keep in mind, this conversation is not just for men. We want everybody to join in. How you do this, go into the comment section, leave your comment, leave your question, and this is how you talk to us, right? We want to hear from you. By all means, jump in there and let us know what's on your mind, right? Kinfolk, where you at? Pull up. We want to see you. Where you at? All right.
I apologize for the periods that I'm not paying attention. I apologize. I'm trying to make this come up on my page, and I can't find it. Won't come up on my page.
Oh man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Don't worry. Don't mind. I'm sorry.
You're gonna get a reprimand in a minute. What we about to get you a reprimand.
You need to come down to the principal's office.
Go write you up.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Try to make this find this thing.
So we want to get into something tonight. Everybody is familiar with Tia Mowry and her divorce from her ex-husband, Corey Hardrick, right? Because when Tia got divorced, Tia went on this whole campaign. She went on tour, the I'm Divorced, I'm Free tour. She on all the talk shows talking about divorcing, you know, how liberated she feels now. She graduated from marriage. How you graduate from marriage, I do not know, but she said that. She said she graduated from marriage. And now she's in this free, liberated space where she can go and be herself and do all of this stuff as if, I don't know, the marriage was restraining her or something. I don't know. But it's being rumored, right? We're not saying this is for sure. It's being rumored that she is looking to go back home. She's looking to go back home. So today we're talking about, hello, Corey, it's Tia. When leaving doesn't work out quite like you thought.
Well, which is really kind of crazy, because I'm thinking, I just want to know what she thought it was, what she thought it was going to be like. Because I think like marriages, women have a thing in their head about how divorce is going to be.
Okay.
I know with marriage they have this fairy tale thing, and when the fairy tale don't go like it's supposed to, now my marriage is going to be different from what everybody's telling me, because people are talking to me about divorce and what they going through. Girl this and girl that. No, not for me, because I belong to an exclusive club.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in an exclusive dating club where my men are going. You know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna be dating the other 2% that everybody else can't seem to get a hold of.
Oh,
that's when I'm gonna be dating.
Okay.
So divorce,
the rules is going automatically.
You have, because that's what you have to be thinking in order to get a divorce. You have to be thinking it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better out there.
Do you think women fall victim to the social media facade that's put out there by a lot of other women?
Because that's what the culture says. The culture says, "Go, queen." So much so, we're gonna put you on the tour, girl. You gonna tour. We want you to hit all these little. We're gonna hit all the stations. We're gonna talk about you in the voice, and you winning.
Yeah,
and you winning.
Yeah, and let me just say this. Yeah, you might get mad. I don't care, really, but it was all these women talk shows she was going on.
It was.
You think about it. I didn't see her going on any talk show. I didn't see her going on the talk shows where it was men, because guys that got talk shows tend to challenge you on.
We're gonna at least ask questions.
Because I'm asking, why women? Why don't y'all tell the truth about what really be going on?
Because it's women. This is what I love about my ladies. Ladies are more concerned about what the perception is rather than what reality is. We want to look like things, or we want it to look like things. Well, that's how we go on social media and say, "Hey, still loving you, boo boo." And y'all been fighting like cats and dogs for the past. That's why. That's why. We want the perception of everything is great. And married folk know it can't be that good.
Oh man. And the ladies out there, let me know if y'all agree. Do women tend to favor perception over everything else?
Let me tell you
it's all about how it looks.
You ain't got to agree. You ain't got to agree. Cause it's the T rules.
The T rules. What's up, Miss Keisha? Welcome in. But if nobody's telling the truth, then people are moving off of the lies, but the truth gonna show up at some point.
Well, not only that, but you had to make yourself a victim in the divorce. He had to be doing something to you for everybody to agree. Yes, girl, divorce that man.
Oh yeah.
I could tell by the energy in the interview when y'all were together that things were wrong. People looking all everything.
She ain't happy.
Yes, she ain't. That boy.
She ain't happy.
And he looked like he was more miserable to me than she did.
That interview, it looked like she was getting on his everlasting nerve.
Everlasting.
Dr. Selena says, "How many men talk shows do you know?" You know, you're right. I'm gonna say this podcast. You got more men podcasts. Men, why don't we have more men talk shows?
Because women,
that's not a sports show.
Because women be at home all day wanting to hear women talk. They don't want to hear men talk like that about what we're gonna talk about. We talk about sports and that's it. They don't want to hear us talk about.
We got more to say than just sports, man.
But they don't want to hear us talk about relationships. They don't want to hear us talk. They don't want our perspective because they think they know already what it is.
Oh. Let me know if y'all agree with Mr. John Yogi over here. Let me know if y'all agree.
Phone. Don't you pick your phone up. Whoever out there, don't you pick that phone up. You keep listening to this doggone show. Hey, remember this y'all favorite podcast show. Don't y'all forget that.
But if people are not telling the truth about what's going down in their relationship, for real, they get on social media, they put out these false narratives, these false stories on both sides. They playing like they happy until things fall apart. And then once they not together, now they playing like they happy not being with the person, right? They on trips, they kicking it, they clubbing, they doing all of this stuff. And all of a sudden you catch this video where I'm just triggered right now. My ex-husband,
he's kicking it.
He done moved on. And now you making videos talking about you triggered. You triggered by his happiness, right?
He is kicking it. You know what I mean? But again, we are in a culture now that embraces women. Singleness is celebrated. Rather than people saying, "Girl, that ain't what you want in your life." They say the dating pool got pee in it. and it ain't just pee, girl. Something else floating around it. But won't nobody tell the truth about it. Because I know when she divorced that man, that woman, because of who she was to herself, she thought her life was gonna be different from everybody else.
Oh,
you can't tell me she didn't think that she was gonna be dating the top upper echelon people. But what happened is you can get some upper echelon guys, they just want to sleep with you.
That's all they want. Keisha says, this happened to my ex-husband. His family demanded he divorce me because I turned off the lights at Fuse Box and scared the hell out of him after he stayed out late with some wank. She said a wanks. I ain't heard that in a month of Sundays. She said wanks. Oh, she also says he got with this big Barilla chick now, and she's a whole hospital bill. Wow. Now he's asking if we can reconcile. The devil you serve that's within you is a lie. Okay, so he gets divorced. He want to come back. Now he got gassed up. She's saying he got gassed up by the family. The family said, you know what, you need to leave that girl alone, get away from her and all of that. And he gets out there.
But remember, not T.I., what's the other one? Tyrese said the people that his wife had in her ear prompted her to divorce him. And after she got out there, what'd she say? Ooh, you reckon I can come back? Because I just believe this. Before you make the decision to divorce, I just think we have to be clear. Mm-hmm. This is what you want. This he doing you so bad that there's no coming back from this. Because man, divorce is final. Divorce is like you and another cat being ripped apart from each other, and the residue is still there from both sides. You get used to having somebody in your bed with you at night. Now more important, you just get used to somebody being there.
Yeah.
Ain't even about. It's not about the sex. It's just somebody.
You know, I heard. It was a book I was reading. I think it was Dr. Miles Monroe. He said divorce is like burying somebody, having a funeral, and then having them continuously come up and you have to rebury them over. So you have to have that funeral over and over again. Every time you see him, you got to rebury him again. It's like just that trauma of, you know, you have to relive that. But let me know. Does it, and then the women listen, does it seem like it's easy or it's easy for women to get divorced? And what I mean by that, it's easy for women to get divorced, they have more social support behind them in getting divorced than staying with somebody.
Because they already got single friends, though. Most women have single friends already. And the girl, it ain't nothing. We can do this, girl. I got you. Just let me know what you need. They supporting them in there rather than saying, baby, don't you come out here. Don't you come out here. Girl, don't come out here.
Don't do it, Miss Seeley.
I'm just saying.
Don't trade places with what husband do.
I'm curious, ladies, how many of y'all single women are telling y'all married friends that's top because they complaining to you about what he doing. And how many of y'all being honest with us saying, girl, I know it seemed like a lot, but it can't be as bad as you making it. It can't be as bad as you make because it's out here in these streets.
Is there anybody out there jumped out there and then you got out there and you realized, you know what? It wasn't so bad at home.
You know, it's funny because most divorced people that I talk to, all of them say, to a man, all of them say, well, I could have did a little more. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But in the moment, because I think a safe space, and I know we overuse the word safe space.
Oh yeah.
But a safe space to where you can step away from the relationship in the house.
Yeah.
Say, hold on a second. Wait, stop.
Yeah.
Can we just give each other some space for a couple hours at least to where we can think about this thing?
Yeah.
Because ultimately, man, I if you don't love me and can't love me the way that I need to be loved and vice versa, okay, maybe we can come to an agreement to where a separation or something maybe do. But man, and then even only then, you're going to realize how much y'all need each other then or want each other then.
Yeah. He said Dr. Monroe was right. There's an entire grieving process you'd have to endure after a divorce, and it's repetitive. She says, if my married friends talk about their men and about divorce, I tell them don't do it. Some of the issues they say are minor and are able to be fixed. So if the thing is, it's not that bad, or because the perception is that it's real bad at the time, the perception that whatever you going through that's pushing you towards the whole divorce thing, it's so bad that you can't endure or you can't do nothing about it. So my only option is to get out of here.
The misconception is you can do better.
Or that's the motivation. I can do better. I don't have to put up with this. I can do better.
And better's in the house. I just don't. I don't know. No.
You know, I kind of see a pattern, and I'm talking about when women leave men. When women leave men, we'll get to men leaving women in a minute. But I kind of see a pattern where the woman creates this narrative of victimization, of abuse, of I'm not being treated fairly, I don't have a voice, you're not trying to hear me, all this type of stuff. They get divorced. The man stays quiet. He stays quiet about the whole thing. He takes the villain role. He takes that villain narrative. He takes it, and then months later, or maybe about around a year later, it all comes out that heifer was crazy. She made the mistake of leaving, and now things didn't work out like she thought it was. And it's not that she's trying to come back. She's trying to make him look bad for moving on.
Well, okay, but most of the times, both parties are unhappy and aren't willing to sacrifice for the other one to be happy.
Okay.
And you got your eye on the door because you think that better is outside that door.
If somebody is telling you that better is outside that door, some guy then hit you in the DMs, or you know what I'm saying, you done went out and somebody you got a little bit more attention than you probably getting at home. Because listen, you may get more attention outside the house than you do at home because you're around this person all the time, and you can get complacent and they become common, right? Familiarity breeds contempt. You don't want their attention anymore. You want some more attention. And you get it. It's exciting. And now the possibilities start to go off in your mind of, ooh, what if I could get this all the time? What if, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you get lured away, and it's, it's a trap.
The funny thing, and people say this all the time, but you want the 20% that you're not getting. You're getting 80% at home, but you want that other 20% to come somewhere else. And all you're doing then is thinking that you're gonna get 100%. You're gonna get the 80, you get that home, 20% from him, because you think he gonna cover. You have it in your head that they gonna cover the rest of it.
Okay.
And then when you get there, you find out, oh shoot, it's just 20%.
That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
It's just 20%.
And that 20% is in the bed.
That's it.
That 20% is in the bed.
That's it. Whether it be man or woman.
Right. He might take you on a trip, but that trip is
that's it.
So I can get something about you. That's what the trip for.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
He said, I told the guy I'm dealing with now, if you leave, I'm going. She said, I'm going with you. Sorry for the obscenity, bro, pastor. I cleaned it up. Don't worry about it. I got a sense on me. All right. She said, I was so sure about divorcing my ex. I kept singing, love don't live here anymore. What about the songs? The songs. It's amazing how you can always find a song to fit, you know what I'm saying? That whole situation too.
I remember I was in, I think I just got out of high school. And I went to see this. I was going to Japan the next day. So I went to see this girl, and we had broke up. And I said, I can think of a million reasons why we don't need to be together. And I can only think of one why we do. And that's because I love you, girl.
Oh.
Wait. She looked and and I was just lying.
You alive.
Dude, so I'm saying that to say this. Words are all they are. If you're not gonna put no action behind them. You can songs, you can put melody, you can put all that behind it. But they just words at the end of the day. They're just words that you have to be willing to fulfill. That's all they are. The thing that keeps marriages together are people willing to do the work. And oftentimes we hear somebody else, and we say, I'm doing too much. I don't want to do all this. I'm doing too much. I shouldn't have to do all that.
Yeah.
And then y'all have the audacity to have kids in it when y'all doing this. Because it's not about y'all no more. It's about the kids now.
Right. When people starting to tell you now, it ain't worth it. Don't stay together for the kids. You just messing them up worse. You know, I'll get into it in a second. Afia says maybe they both need separate vacations once a year to regroup. Not a bad idea. Because listen, you a husband, your wife, whatever. You need your own friends. You need your own people where that you can go and get with them. Because sometimes you need a woosah with your people, right? They ain't finna sit up there and try to talk you out of your marriage and nothing, but they gonna sit and listen and give you that space to go ahead, get it out, and then they're gonna say, all right, this is what we not gonna do is go off the deep end with some foolishness.
And we don't want to hear about this the whole trip either. We don't want, please.
Do not dominate the whole with your issues.
Wait. Especially when you ain't going nowhere.
Boy, say that for the people in the back.
Don't please. Don't. No,
please. You ain't going nowhere.
Don't do that. Don't do that to people, guys. Don't do that. Don't put that energy out there for the world to see and talk about. And you ain't going nowhere and he ain't going nowhere. That's not further. That's not further you. Yeah. And, my sister said this, and I got to give her props about this. She said she didn't say this. I'm making it sound cleaner than what she did.
Oh, okay.
She said, man, the relationships are not to be told by everybody. You shouldn't tell everybody everything that's going on in a relationship. Yeah. Because what has to happen is between y'all.
Yeah.
And anytime you involve too many people and you not telling the whole story, they can't really give you what you need because they don't know what all the symptoms are. Right. They can't give you all you need, and you tell involving everybody in this, and y'all ain't going nowhere anyway. Both of y'all need to be whooped.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife say that all the time. You go to the doctor and the doctor say, okay, what's wrong? You like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Now you got to tell them what's happening, what's going on. And you can't give them the things that's just going to make you look good. That's why you need the right people in your corner. Listen, a safe space is not a space that makes it convenient for you to lie to yourself and everybody else. That's not a safe space. Mm-hmm. We call it a lot of people call it a safe space because they don't want to be held accountable for the foolishness.
Yeah.
But a safe space is a space that helps you get to the right perspective without condemning you, without making you feel like all is lost and you the worst person in the world, but just taking what you did and maybe the way you thinking and saying, hey, there's something wrong with how you thinking. You got to look at it like this. And then you got a choice to listen at that point. He says, I'm sorry, Afia. Nah. Have old boy in Jamaica and coming back talking about he got his groove back. Then she says, but you going on a trip too. LOL. Listen, you do need some time. Me and my friends, we'll do a guys trip. My wife, she got her friends. They'll do girls trips. And it's good to go and just kind of decompress for a minute. Get around somebody who's having similar issues or has had similar issues before. Not has given up, but they understand. They're coming from a place of understanding. And you find just some sympathy or whatever. You find it in just them saying, man, I know how you feel. Or you can just get some people that around you that say, man, I know how you feel, but this is what we got to do. That's helpful. And then you go back into it with a clearer mind, ready to do some more work because it's going to require some work.
Yeah, because once you out the door though, man, once you're out the door. See, I'm curious about this. She's outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
What all have you went through to be even considering going back to that man?
Oh,
what all has the streets and the world done to you to make you say, you know what?
Really? Streets got something for you.
Oh,
Streets got something for you.
The misconception is the streets love you.
Oh yeah.
The streets ain't got no love for nobody.
No. Listen, the streets ain't putting you in the tub and washing you when you can't wash yourself. The streets ain't feeding you when you sick and you can't move and get out the bed. The streets ain't doing none of that for you.
None of that.
None of that. I've seen women who have been down and out. Husband stepped in like a champ, did everything, and then you still looking for the first way to get out because you done convinced yourself that you want to live your life. What's this narrative that women have when they get divorced? What's this narrative of I haven't lived yet, or I'm missing out on this living, and I've been held back from really doing me and living my life, and so you leave your husband.
They need their body count up.
Oh, not the body count.
The body count ain't high as it needs to be. Like I need somebody to hang me off the dryer, and I put that spin cycle on and make the house shake. You got to hold on to the house. That's all it is. That's all they're talking about. The body count. I need some more body count.
And sidebar, I heard somebody say this recently, and he made an observation through the movies that are popular romance movies. Why does romance for a woman always involve cheating?
Well, because they got to be swept off their feet by somebody, and the damn sure ain't gonna be their husband. You know, girl, he just came up and the way he smelled.
Oh man,
girl, the way he smelled good. And I looked at we locked eyes. Girl, but you got a husband sitting over there.
Right. Turn them eyes right over there where he at. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. It has to be another guy because they're not going. Because romance don't involve your husband. All the novels don't involve your husband.
No. Doc Selena says, sadly, I think it was a publicity stunt. I'm sure they had some marital issues, but not irreconcilable. So they decided mutually to take a public break. She's talking about Tia and her husband, Corey. She says she thinks it was a publicity stunt. They had some issues, but they used that to, you know.
Yeah, but what relationship don't though?
Right. Listen, in the process of being married, and we had Pastor Ray on a few episodes ago, and we was talking about communication. He mentioned about when people are growing, he says if you're not growing together, you're growing apart.
But you're still growing.
Right. You still growing. And sometimes if the person that you with, if they're growing faster than you are, they have the perception that you're holding me back. And the person who hasn't grown as much has the perception that you're leaving me behind. You're holding me back on one end and you're leaving me behind on the other end. And so it creates this, this issue between you that communication can help. And if the communication doesn't work between you, get somebody else, bring somebody else in who knows how to deal with the communication issues and have them and work through it.
When you coming back through that door though, are you just defeated? Is that the most is that the most, are you just whooped down? Do you just come in the house and just, I don't even know what to say. But if I could just take a nap right quick, just let me lay it. Because you are, brother.
I'm thinking, who is the person? Who is that person who comes back? Because you gotta eat some humble pie.
Oh yeah.
To come back. What I'm seeing more of is this anger in the guy moving on. Tom Brady, his wife Giselle. Tom Brady, she left him. She divorced him. She had been cheating for a while with the trainer.
Mm-hmm.
With the trainer. And listen, y'all better learn how to get in shape without these dudes. I'm serious. You got to do something else. Yeah. It's women know how to work out too.
Well, but he don't make no money though.
But she already got money. She have more money than he does.
But she wasn't with. But she not nobody with the trainer though.
Maybe he makes her feel so important. Tom Brady got his own thing going. You know what I'm saying? He missed the football. So she gets divorced from Tom Brady. Tom Brady moves on, gets him another woman. And let me tell you,
she younger,
and
she bad.
Right. And she gets mad.
She gets triggered.
She gets mad. Now, mad doesn't mean she goes smashing out his windows. She throws this fit. Right? Yeah. See, Selena said she's a Victoria's Secret's angel, right? She, you know what I'm saying? She got paper. She got more money than he does.
I don't recognize
her net worth is higher than his.
I don't recognize her with her clothes on.
But you leave your husband so you can go and kick it and do you and all this. And it's fine as long as he's sitting there not doing anything. But the minute he gets somebody and he move on, now you being difficult with him with the kids, right? The person that he done chose, now you trying to make that person a villain and all this type of stuff. Oh, they treat my kids. You didn't care about your kids when you got divorced, so now you care so much now. But it's a whole nother thing. But this is what is people are leaving for. It
again, it's surprising to me how many women, because women are doing this. I think it's up to, I want to say it's like 76% of women are divorcing, and 76% of relationships women are saying, you know what, I can't take it no more. It's like
right.
It's what's funny about it. In most of those relationships, women control the relationships.
Yeah.
So, but you control this thing, and I'm want to ask this for all the women that are out there, for the most part in y'all relationships, don't y'all control the relationships? Relationship generally, because men, we scrambling trying to keep y'all happy, do what we need to do for the most part.
For the most part.
To do what y'all want us to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me unless you feel like that you're missing something. And it's funny. You got to feel like you're missing something. You got to go out there and see if you're missing something. And then when you find out, oh, no, I ain't missing nothing, and here you come.
Right. And you get out there and run across John Coffey, and he do you all kinds of bad.
When he do y'all kind of bad, you're going to want to be held, and he going to get up and leave.
What's this thing of going back? There's somebody in your past that you feel like that was my true love. I gotta get back to them.
You're always saying, what if? Oh my God, we do this so much. Well, what if things had been different? What if? Yeah, I know.
What if?
I know. What if? But
what if?
Yeah, what if?
Yeah, we get in some mess about some what if.
What if we were different people? Because man, I'm not as foreign to this as I need to be. Because I too have said in my head, what if? But I realized, thank you, Lord. Because if you hadn't, this is what I would have been with.
Yeah.
This is no. Yeah. God, you see, well, I want to preach, but we don't trust God to know what we need when we need it. We think we know better than him.
Oh, all the time. Listen, there is something about when you're with somebody and you're going through really just normal relationship friction. It's normal. Especially if you hadn't been taught how to communicate, they hadn't been taught how to communicate, and y'all come from different places. They say all skin folk ain't kin folk. Just because y'all look similar, got similar background, don't mean y'all come from the same place. And so this regular relationship friction shows up, and you start longing for what was. and you start playing the whole what if game and forget that if that person was so great, you would have still been with them.
And see, one thing about what the heart does, the heart doesn't make us remember the bad times. The heart makes us remember, we sure did enjoy each other.
Right.
We've been together 20 years.
Right.
He used to be so nice to me. You forgetting how y'all used to fight, how she used to, you just forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as you see him, you begin to remember, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to want to choke you all the time. It's
right. You build this whole relationship and this fantasy of reminiscing, but there is no reality in what is right now. You missing out on because y'all not the same people y'all were 5, 10, 15 years ago. Y'all not them same people.
Well, we don't understand about romance novels. They for sale.
Yeah.
They're trying to create entertainment for you so you can go somewhere in your mind. But your behind need to stay at the house with your husband. Your mind can go wherever you want it to go. I have a problem when you say, you know what, I'm finna follow where my mind is. You get your behind right back in that house.
Yeah. You asking for trouble.
Yes, exactly.
You asking for trouble. So if leaving is so easy, what makes staying so hard?
Because you realize, man, that's where I'm kind of caught up at. Because, dude, you know how bad things got to be before I say, you know what? You know what? I don't have to put up with this. I can go back home. I can go back to, dude, listen, relationships are, but you're going to submit to a relationship either in the streets or at home with your husband.
Let's visit that real quick. I don't have to put up with this.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means I can do something better. Hey, I can get somebody better that'll make me happier than you can.
Okay. So steadily making somebody else responsible for your happiness. Happiness is an inside job.
Yeah.
Fia says they are missing some of the good qualities in that person that can be found in other people without the baggage. When you first got with that person, you overhyped all the good stuff, right? And people was telling you, no, that ain't what it is. But you steadily convinced yourself. I remember a young woman, and she goes to the worst place to get a husband.
She went to the club?
She went to prison.
Oh.
Go to prison to get a husband.
Well, you know where he's gonna be every night.
Until he get out.
Well,
then he get out and it's just pure hell.
Well, because all y'all, but this is why though, D. All y'all have done is promise each other stuff that y'all wasn't gonna be able to do.
Oh, the promises.
Oh my! First of all, I'm in prison. You know how thick I got to be landed on for me to have a chance against all these fools walking around, and you
ain't got no time to come up with games. No time to come up with games.
I'm writing poetry. I'm singing songs. I'm doing the whole nine.
Making you Bible covers.
Because you're in Bible study 24/7. 24/7.
Oh man, listen. But the reality of life takes over.
Yeah.
So we only see the good stuff at first, and then once that luster wears off, and now you see I got to deal with this person.
You said luster. That was good.
It says that luster.
It's not dust. It's not dust. It's the lust. It's the, when you in there talking, girl. When you now y'all can't stand each other to get. You can't stand. You got to deal with each other now rather than jumping into bed all the time.
Right. The only place you get along is the bed.
That ain't enough to sustain you though.
No. Like who was it? Anthony Hamilton told that lie. We said we ain't got to worry about no groceries. We can fill up on love alone. Boy, please. Where they do that at?
Touch your back.
We ain't got to worry about groceries. Yes, we do.
It sounds good. All that sounds good, man.
Man.
You trying to sell an album?
Like we said, Like we said,
that's the lies they tell.
Music and movies are the lies we tell about love. Yeah. Who gonna tell the truth? We don't want it. Do you want to hear the truth
though? No. You know, because it doesn't sell good. It doesn't sell good. No, it don't. Listen, Christ don't sell good at church.
Oh, boy,
don't sell, we are so accustomed to seeing movies with happy endings, and he swooped down, or Superman came in, swooped to save the day, and it puts us in the state to where we don't what? And life is so far from that. Yeah. And we try to make that what we used to. And no, we don't want that. Nobody wants the truth. No, nobody wants to know you got to work like hell to make your relationship.
But what's better for making decisions? Truth or lies?
Truth. You all right. The truth is definitely better for making decisions, especially those kind of decisions.
Right. So for life decisions, truth is better. But why do so many people make life decisions based on lies, if that's the case?
A couple of reasons.
Okay.
I think the first one is I can change it and make it like the fairy tale I got in my head.
Okay.
The second reason is that's for them. Mine will be different.
That don't apply to me.
No, that's why Till. That's why she got out there. She thought she was gonna be dating VIPs.
Really?
But you listen. You can't tell me if the dating thing was half of what she thought it would be. She'd have been dating somebody right after he left.
Oh wow, yeah,
half. Old Tia seen you ain't seen her with nobody.
You haven't, nah,
because they don't want to be. That's why you got kids. You got kids that's going back and forth, and they're not. And I don't think they're younger kids, but you got to you got to involve them in the process. No, you can't do that. You can't just have a dude coming there running through you. Now I got to screen a little harder. Listen, well, I don't really want nobody with kids because who you want? She don't want no older dudes. She want younger dudes. The dudes that settle down, she don't want them.
Right.
Because she want a dude to make her husband, ex-husband, say, "Oh, look at me, I'm winning."
Okay. Somebody to make them a little jealous, huh? Cheryl says, what people forget is that there is a honeymoon stage in every relationship. The real person comes out in time. And she's absolutely right. This honeymoon phase, it's not just relationships. It's if you were to move to let's say you go and visit Belize, right? And you go to Belize and you know what I'm saying? You on the beach and the water's clear and the temperature is perfect and you eat the food is great. And you say, man, I wouldn't mind moving here. Living there is way different than taking a trip there. Right? And some of y'all make a decision to live in a relationship that you should have just took a trip to.
Yeah, that part.
Because like Cheryl says, the honeymoon wears off, and now I got to deal with the reality of what's this place. Belize is considered quote unquote third world. So all your conveniences that you used to here in America, a lot of those places don't have those conveniences. Can you deal with this?
No, I have to take this. I mean, and I feel like in any relationship, when you draw your line in the sand, the relationship is doomed. Because you can't say what you will and what you want to do.
Okay, so you saying the relationship is destroyed by the what I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
Where does the what I'm not gonna do come from, though? What happens to compromise?
Because you get to a spot, you get to a part of the relationship where you feel like, you know what? You know what? I'm not doing no more. I did all I can do. I'm not doing no more. You got somebody in your ear talking to you. Don't have to be a guy, but you got somebody telling you, girl, girl, I ain't doing it. Yeah. In the words of my sister, I'm not doing that. You girl, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do that. You have to put up with that.
Right.
And you what? I don't have to put up with that.
Yeah.
Girl, you can do better than that.
Right.
Or you can do bad all by yourself.
You can do bad all by it. Now you showing up in a relationship with more attitude than you had before. And now this person sees the attitude that you come with and like, oh, that's what we doing?
Until bad show up.
Oh, man.
Until the bad by yourself until he show up.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's amazing how much clarity we get on how bad was it for real once we leave. So what if we leave without divorcing? Like, just kind of take a break. I don't know what this break looks like. I'm not talking about separation. I'm not talking about a separation because some people think separation is licensed to go and
funny,
do me.
Man. It's funny. I don't think you should go past personally a couple of hours. I think it sets a bad precedent for the relationship, man. If we've had cool down time, you in one room, when I'm in another room, we've had cool down time, and we can't come back together and talk about it and talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I just think you put a couple of days between you, man. I just think you're opening the door for something else to come in.
You got to ask yourself, what is it about this compromise that I'm not willing to comply with?
Because maybe if he just want to bring another girl in there, maybe that's something you should consider.
Yeah.
See, just when you think everybody's asleep.
on the ball here. Yeah, because men cheat to stay. Women cheat to leave. That's what I heard.
Oh,
I did hear that though.
So if you guys like what you're hearing, y'all know we're your favorite podcasters. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And for those our TikTok followers as well, like and follow us on TikTok. Because once we get those numbers like where we want them to, we'll go live from there as well. So again, like, share, and subscribe. Now back to, hello, Corey. It's me, Tia. And I got some greens with me.
And I want to know if anybody out there that went back. Is there anybody out there that did go back? What was your experience going back?
I think people want to go back. I just think their pride won't let them go back.
That pride is a booger bear.
Bro, you better say that.
Oh, that pride is a booger bear.
Because see, you said this earlier, and we just kind of skipped over it. It's not just the pride of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the how I'm going to be expected to act once I get back.
Oh,
humble pie.
But if you've been whooped right, you ready to act right. If you've been whooped right, you ready to act right when you go back.
I think, and I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. I just think if a man leaves, because men are stupid enough to leave for something else and get out there, and that woman just I never forget this. I learned this in high school. Anytime you leave somebody for somebody else, destined to fail.
Right.
When I say destined to fail, you can put your money on black because you're gonna cash in. It's gonna fail big time. And so whoever you leaving for, they can just wait and get ready because you'll come roaring back.
Oh yeah. Because the whole thing is for the person that you leave that person for, they know what you was doing.
Yes.
When you was with them.
Yeah.
So now the suspicion that you doing that on them, you doing the same thing. They never are secure in that relationship because they feel like how they got you is how they gonna lose you. And that's the whole thing. How I got you is how I'm gonna lose you. So he could just be going chilling, or she could just be going, but you always got in the back of your mind what's going on, right? That work trip that he on, who with him, and all this other type of stuff.
You never trust him.
No.
Never trust. He can't go nowhere. He can't go to the store. Where you been? I know you've been out there with them hoes. I know you because you ain't gonna trust him. Why?
Right.
Because why would you? He's done nothing to earn your trust. Why would you trust him?
Yeah. Phil says men need a couple of hours and some women need a full day or more. LOL. I think there was some truth to that joke, Derek. LOL. Yeah. I've heard that several times. Tracy says, "What up, my brother? What's going on, man?
What up?"
So, I can't remember the lady's name. I want to say Shahrazad. Is that her name? It's an older lady. She be talking about how women need to act and how
you're not talking
somebody know her name. If you know her name.
You're not talking about that dude that got out the back of that trunk talking about what the money was.
No.
Okay.
It's a lady. She's like Afrocentric, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But she talks about, like she says, if that man got kids over there, don't try to keep him from his kids.
Oh, we're not listening to them.
You know, all that, but yeah, but she's not a very popular woman in the female community.
Because you trying to tell, because people want what they want.
Yeah,
they don't really care about what people are saying. Everybody's selfish, and everybody involves themselves in the relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when the relationships are ultimately going to fail, when you involve too much yourself in it. And not relationships are about togetherness and couples.
Yeah,
it's not about you or him. It's about
can you come back if you bringing somebody with you, a little person?
Oh, now I got to be reminded every day. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. D, what time is it?
I'm just wondering.
Man.
You go out there.
You know what? Man, you know what?
What you got, man?
Man.
What you got?
I know because I can think of instances where this happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just personally thinking about me. And more importantly, I'm thinking about my wife. Dude, you talking about a kick in the nuts.
A swift one.
Every day, because I gotta look at her face with the child that we raised, and I gotta look at her face every day about it. Dude, I can't apologize. I can't apologize enough. I can't, baby. I couldn't. No.
What's the movie? Is it Fences? Denzel Washington and
that's Fences.
Fences.
That's it.
He shows up with a baby in his arms, and he says, "This is my baby. I know, you know what I'm saying, how this look and everything. But if you would you? Because the mom died.
What's
the mom died.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is it Fences or Raising in the Sun? So Raising in the Sun. Okay, Raising the Sun.
What's the movie where the dude that Elvis records. It's
Cadillac Records.
Cadillac Records. Oh, boy brought the baby home. The mama brought the baby to the house and say, "Here, this is his baby. Can you take care of the baby?"
Oh, wow.
And she took the baby in. She crying because she can't have kids.
Oh,
she crying now, and I'm like,
that's a tough one.
That's
a tough one.
Oh, you know what? That is so tough.
Yeah, because
that is. Oh,
but
my God,
this is the reality. If you jump out there and you're
absolutely right.
The possibility that you gonna come back with something, or some little body.
There's a chance. Wow. Oh, that's tough, man. Woo.
It's can you overcome that? Is there any reconciliation?
I want to say you can because there's too many people I know that did it.
You got to be super understanding to be like, well, we weren't together. I understand you had a life outside of me when we got divorced. I don't know if people got that much grace, man.
This is the thing too. My wife would go out, we separate. She come back, she's pregnant, she got a baby. I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Bro, I heard something today.
I don't know.
I heard something today, and it kind of relates with it though. But
wow,
this woman said, she talked about families not being able to get along, like siblings and stuff not being able to get along.
Oh, it is.
And she said, you have to understand the kid kind of carries the spirit of the father. So you don't have the same kids they're not on the same page, because if they got different fathers, they carry the spirit of the father. So there's going to be some tension in there.
It's funny too, because we have my two sons. We adopted my two boys, and I do everything I can not to keep from burying them in the backyard. but I couldn't imagine though if they wasn't, me and her have a difficult time trying to wrangle them in, right? And we both on the same team, which we would be anyway. But if it was her child or my child, and they giving us all, it seemed like it would really be difficult because that will be the outlier of. Key. It's oh man, you and that dude, you hadn't been over, or she. Man,
it's gonna come back up. It's gonna come back up.
It's that stuff, D. Oh, brother, you got me in the fetal position right now. Oh, that's tough.
Bottom line, stay at home, man. Listen, now granted, there are some situations where it's like, no, you need to get out of there. But it's not that often as many people think it is. Latasha says, Grace, you mean like Jesus? That's a daily reminder, D. A very rough daily reminder. I'm going to have to get on my knees for 70 days and nights.
and be fast. I can't eat nothing either.
You can't eat nothing.
I can't eat nothing, dude.
You'd be too weak to fight. That'd be the only way.
That's the only way. That's the only way, man.
What's up, Marie? What's going on, man?
That's tough, man. Ooh, that's tough, brother. Oh,
yeah,
that's tough, brother.
Well, man, down to the end.
Wow.
What you
final
got?
Thoughts. My final thought for this evening is life is tough, man, and relationships even tougher. Just make sure, man, before you say I can't no more, I won't no more, I'm not no more, that's what you truly mean. And oftentimes we seem like we push to the edge, but there's a little bit more to go, man. Wow. Bringing something back. I'm still caught. It's just, I just can't get over. Then you bring something. I can't. That's my final thought. I can't. I just can't. I can't.
Oh my goodness. I threw him completely off with that old baby situation. I guess I really threw him completely off. But I'm gonna say this. Find a way to stay. Find a way to stay. When you really get down to it, if there is an exit, when things get tough, you're gonna take it. There are people who say we took divorce out our vocabulary, and they do that for a reason. Because if you have no other choice but to work it out, you're gonna find a way to work it out. You will find a way. When people get to the point to where they're so uncompromising, right? Because people say, we don't want to mess up the kids. It's because somebody has dug their heels in the ground and said what they're not going to do. And one thing we say all the time, relationships will humble you. But when it humbles you, take the lesson. Take the lesson, go through it, grow from it, and build a better relationship. They say whenever a bone is broken, once it's mended, that spot where it was broken is stronger than it was before. So you could be missing out on a strengthening point by just not going ahead and doing what you have to do to work through this thing. But find a way to stay. And that's my final thoughts.
If you leave out the door, you ain't coming back.
Say that door swing one way.
Because it's not a game.
Right. No, it's not a game. It's too much at stake. Exactly. Society is feeling the effects of too many broken homes.
Exactly. We don't need
too many broken homes.
Because you talking about what you ain't gonna put up with.
Oh man. And then you say, I know somebody that will put up with it. No, they won't. Trust me. You get over there, they ain't gonna put up with it either.
Especially not with two black eyes. They ain't gonna put
right. At least nobody you respect anyway.
I'm whooping you and him if you say that. Get him over here. I'm finna whoop him. Think about this. The level of disrespect you gotta have for somebody to say that to him.
Oh yeah.
Because if you want to leave, like that, then go ahead and leave.
Right. Yep. Well, people, we appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Real quick, let them know where to find you, where they can catch you, man.
Oh man. I'm here on Mondays. I'm on social media artist John Yogi. John Yogi, TikTok, all media platforms. I think that's it.
Okay. I've fried your brain with the whole baby thing. You can't even think no more. You can catch me.
We didn't talk about that.
You can catch me on Facebook at Derek Smith, also Overcomers Empowerment Ministries as well on Facebook and YouTube. Also, I'm in Clubhouse and I teach in Clubhouse as well. So either one of those places you can catch me. If you want more information, just reach out to me. I'll let you know about it so you can catch it. All right. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. We're going to catch y'all next week. Peace out. Have a good one.